everybody. Welcome to One Drink, the podcast where we talk about one topic for one drink. I'm Matthew.
And I'm Oliver.
And we are back to talking about Rochester, New York.
Yeah. Hometown. Home base, you know what I mean?
So we did a show earlier in the year about Rochester and all the fun facts, the cool history behind it, and I didn't realize there was more.
Oh yeah,
like
so much more. Like not even scratching the surface.
Yeah, so it's like you either love Rochester or you hate Rochester.
Yeah.
There's
really no in between.
There isn't. Yeah. It's a small city, but there is a ton of history, great history.
Yeah.
Great history that we talked about before. Like the other show, we talked about like all the main.
Yeah.
You know,
big stuff.
Douglas. You know, Garbage Plate. Just everything that had to do with Rochester. It just didn't stop.
Yeah.
So now we're going to cover some other cool, great history and facts of this little city called Rochester, New York.
Yep. I like it.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll kick us off.
Yeah.
So one of the biggest parts of the history of Rochester is the Genesee River.
Yes.
Without the Genesee River, we never would have.
Yeah.
The city never would have really taken off.
That's how it started.
So on November 8th, 1803, Colonel Nathaniel Rochester, Major Charles Carroll, and Colonel William Fitzhugh Jr., all of Hagerstown, Maryland, purchased a 100-acre tract from the state in western New York along the Genesee River. Rochester offered lots for sale in 1811, and in 1817, the village was incorporated as Rochesterville, shortened to just Rochester in 1822, and it was incorporated as a city in 1834. Unfortunately, it was 3 years after Nathaniel Rochester passed away that we were officially incorporated as a city as Rochester.
And it's great, too, because when you go downtown, it's all just, it's right there still, you know. And now that we did the show and, you know, talking about it, I went down there like a couple weeks ago. I was down in the city. And just standing there looking at it, you know, and I was thinking in my mind, I was like, man, back in 1803, all this is when it all started. You know what I mean? So it was like, Yeah,
and you don't really think about it. I mean, you know, we're a 200-plus-year-old city. I mean, well, not technically, because in 2034 we'll have our 200th birthday. But, I mean, you know, in 1803, they bought the land that would eventually become Rochester. So.
And I think it started out as a flour mill or something.
And pig farms.
Yeah.
Yeah. But all thanks to the river.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That river is, it's key.
Yeah.
Same as the...
Well, you look anywhere in the world, too. I mean, most big cities all start in... I mean, you look at... I mean, London is a perfect example of it. You know what I mean? London has been the center of Great Britain forever since it started, you know? And that's... A river runs right through the middle of it. Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yep.
And it's, you know... Just all the history that goes, you never think about it.
Yep.
You know, you're just like, I live in Rochester. And everyone's like, where's Rochester? Yep. You know, but it's awesome. So another cool fact is when Neil Armstrong walked on the moon, it was a specially designed Kodak film that captured the moment.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. It makes sense because at that time, I mean, any film that was worth anything was Kodak.
But how cool is this? Furthermore, in recognition for its outstanding contributions to cinema, the Rochester-based company has won 9 Academy Awards.
Really?
So
for stuff shot on Kodak film,
it won
9 times it's won Academy Awards. That's pretty crazy.
Okay. Now that just, I'm like, oh yeah? So, you know, where are you from, Rochester? We got 9 Academy Awards. What's your city got?
Mic drop.
Right.
See ya.
Unless they're from, like, Los Angeles or something.
They'll be like, we made all those films. So. You're like, well, I wasn't talking to you, was I? I was talking to that guy over there.
Yeah. But I was like, damn, we won Academy Awards.
It's pretty sweet.
I mean,
that's pretty sweet.
I love it.
I want one of those.
Can we?
I wonder if I could buy one like off an auction. I don't even care what movie it's from or what it's for. I just want one. I just want to put it right here.
A replica one.
Yeah. We'll just tape one drink on it. Like, thank you.
our show won Academy Award.
Yeah, goddamn right.
For being from
I
Rochester.
wonder if there's awards for podcasts.
There is. You know how they do that restaurant thing?
Yeah.
I think, like best restaurant, best.
Yeah.
I think they threw podcasts in there this year.
Yeah?
So I'm gonna.
I mean, like Academy Award type shit. You know what I mean? Like Tony Awards, but like for podcasts.
And I'm telling you.
What are they going to call them? The Potty Awards?
Dude, I'm telling you, podcasts are so huge right now that they're going to start incorporating all that stuff into it.
How do we get our name thrown in there?
Oh, we're gonna.
I'm with it.
That's so funny.
All right, so speaking of the Genesee River.
Yeah.
I found a really cool fact about it. I mean, obviously we all know, at least people that are from here or can, even just open their eyes, know that there's waterfalls and there's, locks that you go through and there's just, all this different type of stuff, for the river and for the canal. The river itself, from the time it enters the boundary of Rochester, it drops 225 total feet before it empties out into the lake.
Damn.
So it drops 225 feet in elevation in total from where it starts to where it ends, just going through Rochester.
Yeah.
Because you don't really, you know what I mean? Like you don't really think about that. You know what I mean? Because it goes over high falls. It goes over, over by.
Now that you think about it.
Yeah.
And you know what's really, really messed up? That river runs right along the golf course, where all my golf balls are. In that damn river. Oh, God. So, yeah, it is a big-ass river.
It is a big-ass river.
This one was cool. So, R.I.T. is huge here.
Oh, yeah. Big time. I mean, R.I.T. is a notable school.
Well-renowned.
Outside of the area as well, countrywide.
Yep. And we get a lot of people from out of states. They're out of country. I mean, it's just huge.
Yep.
So this is a cool fact. Live animals can make a dangerous mascot. So their mascot is a tiger. You know what I mean?
Is it a real tiger?
No. Well, Rochester Institute of Technology took no chances with Spirit, a tiger cub who briefly helped rile up crowds at school athletic contests. In 1963, she was purchased by students for the sum of $1,000. Between highly supervised visits to campus, proper Spirit lived at the nearby Seneca Park Zoo. So, which is another huge staple. It's cool that we have a zoo here.
Yeah.
It's not the biggest zoo.
It's a nice zoo, though. I have a membership there. I take my daughter there all the time.
Which is perfect.
It's a nice zoo. Like, a really nice zoo. Like, I went to the Buffalo Zoo 2 years ago, before my daughter was born. We stopped at I was in Buffalo for a restaurant thing, and we went to the zoo. And it sucked.
Did it?
It sucked.
It's bigger though, right?
It's bigger, yes.
But it
sucked.
Yeah.
It was literally.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
And I think that is the closest zoo here.
I think Syracuse has got one too.
Okay.
And that one's supposed to be pretty decent as well.
So the other
But
cities?
if I lived in Buffalo and wanted to go to the zoo, I would drive here.
Oh, good.
Instead of going to that one.
Yeah.
Because it was literally. I felt bad for the animals that lived there. It was terrible.
Yeah. So I went there years ago, but I went for the zoo brew, which was. It was different. I mean, they're serving beer, live music, but with the animals, it was just like, But, so it's just another big.
Yeah.
Seneca Park Zoo is another big. So, so Spirit was kept at the zoo permanently. Tragically, the big cat died of an incurable genetic defect in October 1964.
Dang,
so originally, that's where the mascot came from, was a real live tiger cub.
That's pretty cool. Let me ask you something. If you got offered to buy a tiger for $1,000 right now, would you do it?
Ooh, man.
I mean, $1,000 for a tiger. I mean, that's cheap. I mean, even in 1964 standards.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like what, 10 grand today?
Yeah, probably.
Which, I mean,
You're talking like a tiger cub?
A real tiger, yeah.
Man. I would love to.
$1,000. Somebody comes over here with a tiger cub right now and it's like, Matt, you can have this for $1,000. You buying it?
I mean, it's so impossible not to buy it.
I'm buying it. 100%.
Because when they're, dude,
for $1,000, I'm buying it.
It would be so
I'm buying
cool.
It. You can't not for $1,000.
And for me,
if anybody's got a tiger for sale for $1,000, don't come sell it to me. Because that's illegal.
So I would buy it. I would buy it.
I would buy it too.
Because, when they're a cub, man, they're just... they're
yeah, but if you raised it right, And I'm not saying you're going to domesticate it because,
Right.
I mean, it would take generations and generations and generations
Yeah.
of having tigers to, like, domesticate them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they're wild animals.
Yeah.
But, I mean, all
Powerful.
domesticated animals now were wild at one point.
Yeah.
So...
But if everything was perfect and the lion was raised and just like a dog or a cat or tiger, I mean,
I would take a lion too.
That would be the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
To just have a big tiger that was perfectly tamed or whatever.
Can you imagine walking? Yeah, that was tamed. Imagine though, if you just went walking down the road, just walking your tiger.
Right. Instead of dogs, there's just tigers.
Yeah. You're like, hey Matt, what are you doing? Shit, I'm just walking my tiger right now. What's up? I'd be like, oh, I'm just walking my Shih Tzu. Get your tiger away from it, please. Thanks. Bye.
Actually, I would be like, yo, Oliver, my tiger's walking me.
Imagine though if your house got broken into.
No, it wouldn't.
And then, but if somebody didn't know, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you break into somebody's house and there's security cameras. You break into somebody's house like mine and I got 2 Dobermans and that's, people are scared enough. You break into somebody's house and just chilling on the couch is a in full-grown, big-ass tiger.
Licking its chops.
That's one of those moments where you're like, and then you pee and then you run away.
Or you just freeze.
Right. You come back home and the tiger's just got him.
Right.
Just looking at him like this. And the dude's like,
help me!
And you're like,
oh, man.
I'd sit there and be like,
no. Yeah, no. I would just be like...
I would get him up.
Good luck.
I would open the door for him, and I'd be like, run.
Try it.
Go ahead.
And oh, man. But yes, I would buy a baby cub, and to have a tiger would be fantastic, wouldn't it?
It would be amazing.
Oh, yeah, so that's where it started. So now that I know that, seeing R.I.T's close to where we filmed.
Right, we're talking about R.I.T.
Yeah.
Got it.
So that's where it all originated from.
Mm-hmm.
And so I thought that was great.
That is pretty cool. So, going back to the river, because we got off on a tiger tangent. Cool. There are 5 major tributaries for the Genesee River.
Yeah.
The Erie Canal, which
huge.
is massive on its own.
Yep.
Black Creek, which runs through Chi-Li and Churchville.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Honeoye Creek.
Yes.
Oatka Creek.
I never
heard of that one either.
Hmm.
Yeah. And then also Red Creek.
Okay.
Which I've also heard of as well. So those are the 5 major tributaries for the Genesee River.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And with the Erie Canal, it's huge.
Oh, yeah.
It's part of Rochester. Just huge.
Yeah.
So a cool thing I found out about that.
And man-made.
And man-made. Yeah, dude. Looking that stuff up, I was just like, wow. So I actually drove by the canal, you know, and I'm looking at it, and I'm just like, man.
We dug that.
Sucker. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude. And, there was a boat on it. It was cool.
Yeah.
I saw someone kayaking on it.
Yep.
It's still pretty useful.
You know how they used to, when they built that, do you know how they used to ferry stuff down? They would put a horse on one side.
Yeah.
And connect the boat to it
mm-hmm.
with a stick, and the horse would walk the boat down it.
Yeah.
All the time.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
So, yeah, speaking of that, Richardson's Tavern in Bushnell's Basin.
Yeah.
You know Bushnell's Bay.
Yeah,
Everyone, it's huge.
Yeah.
Is the oldest original Erie Canal inn.
Really?
Yeah.
Richardson's, huh?
I
don't think I've ever been there.
I have never been. I've been to, the weddings. The Bushnell, the establishment where they have the weddings and all that.
Yeah.
So it's got to be right...
It's got to be right there.
Yeah.
The Bushnell's Basin is this big.
Yeah.
So, it's...
We probably drive by it.
100 times.
And
it's probably a shithole, too.
It's probably just that yellow building right there.
It's probably, behind it. Set down low. You know what I mean? You probably got to walk down, some steps and around.
Yeah.
And it's probably,
because,
right
that was... For it to still be there...
Yeah.
After building a little town through it, you know what I mean?
We should 100% do a live show from there.
Oh, yes. Richardson's Tavern. I'm sure they got, a little bar there. Or,
probably.
You know what I mean?
We got to call them.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Right on the canal.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So staying with the canal, construction on it began in 1817 in Rome, New York, and the grand opening was in 1825. The original length was 363 miles.
Wow.
That's massive.
That's big.
Massive.
Yeah.
It actually ended up being rerouted, and then they called it the Erie... or the canal. I can't remember what it was called. They changed the name from the Erie Canal to something else, and then in like 60 years later, they were like, "Nah, this sounds stupid.
Keep it.
We're gonna change it back
to
the Erie Canal."
Good call.
Which I'm glad they did because it was a really stupid name, and I'm mad at myself for not putting that down here. But it was a really stupid name. So it originally had 83 locks.
Okay.
To control the level of it, and now currently still has 57 today.
Nice.
Yeah. So
those locks are pretty big.
They're sweet. You ever gone through one of them on a boat?
No.
Oh, dude, it's so cool. So I used to go. I went on it a few times with my dad and my uncle. On my uncle's boat back in the day.
Oh, so this is like when they close, right? And you,
yeah. And then you raise it up.
I've seen it, but I never.
Out, or you come in and they lower it and then you go out. Yeah, super cool. And a lot of them are actually manually operated by the people that are going through the locks.
Oh, really?
Most of them don't have, like, attendants.
Oh, I didn't know that.
At them, yeah. So you go in, and it goes up, you get out, and some of them you have to, like, climb up.
The ladder there?
You turn the thing, and then, you go back down, you drive your boat out, and then
Old
you go,
school.
and then you close it. Yeah, it's super cool.
Damn, that's
cool. But yeah, super cool.
Yeah.
Super cool.
Damn, it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So, the Erie Canal engineers devised new equipment to uproot trees and stumps and invented the first cement that would set and harden underwater.
Oh, sweet.
So they had to,
Yeah.
So now...
you had to, like, reinforce it.
Yeah, and they invented all that cool stuff for it.
That's pretty sweet. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's really cool. All right, so...
Plus, you got to think about it, though. When you're building something that massive, right? Mm-hmm. There had to have been so many new things invented just from building this thing alone.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
And especially stuff that, like, came up that they didn't plan on.
Right.
Like, ahead of time.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, well, how are we going to... Crap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
quickly,
right, we got to figure it out.
Yeah.
Let's work it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. So speaking of the Erie Canal, not everything went so smooth.
No?
And was as glamorous as,
we make it sound.
Right. So in 1974, the bottom of the Erie Canal fell out in Bushnell's Basin, destroying and or damaging 69 homes with over 200 million gallons of water that spilled out.
Wow.
Comprising one of the most notable disasters in the last century in the area. The total damages were estimated at $1.2 million, and that was in 1974, and the collapse occurred due to a sewage tunnel being constructed beneath it.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so they were trying to build a sewer underneath it, and the bottom literally just fell out.
And unexpected, you never know.
Yeah.
Wow.
200 million gallons spilled out. Can you imagine that?
That Bushnell's Basin has a lot of history to it.
Yeah.
No wonder it's so... Now that I think about it, no wonder it's such a... it's very small.
Oh, yeah.
But
I mean, it's established right on the canal, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
and
it's
often
right
visited
there.
by, people out that way are always like, oh, I'm by Bushnell's Basin.
Yep.
So...
Yep.
It is huge.
Yeah.
Now that I know all that, it's like going there.
Yeah.
That's why I love learning all this crazy shit because, when we're out and about in the world.
You never think about that crap.
Never will I think about it, but now that we've been doing this show for so damn long, everything we talk about somehow, some way comes full circle and I'm just like, wait a minute.
Yep.
I actually do know about that and I can talk to you about this subject.
Yep.
Sound all sophisticated.
I know, right? Sounds smart as shit.
People
You're like, nah, dude, I just Google shit. And then I talk about it on a camera for 45 minutes a week.
It's so funny. So speaking of the river, based right there on the river is the Genesee Brewery. I've been there before.
Largest craft brewery or independently owned brewery in the state.
Yes. So the Genesee Brewing Company is one of the largest and oldest continually operating breweries in the United States.
Yep.
And the oldest in New York State.
Yep. It's pretty sweet.
It's been around.
We actually have the top 2 in the state. The 2 biggest.
Do we?
Independently owned in the state. Yeah. Genesee Brewhouse is number 1,
okay.
and then Three Heads is number 2.
Is it? 2.
Yeah. Second largest in the state.
This Three Heads
I know.
is amazing.
I know.
I tried a beer from them last night. I don't remember what it was. It was, because normally I get the kind.
Yep.
That's all I get.
It's a solid IPA.
I love it. And everywhere I go, people know. They're just like...
Here you go.
I should be a sponsor for Three Heads, honestly. They're a great brewery. But I tried this new one they had. It was so good. It wasn't too hoppy. You know...
I like it when it's got a nice balance.
This is what
a little bit of hops, a little bit of citrus.
Dude, it was so good.
Do you remember what it was called?
I don't.
No?
But it was... yeah. But when the Genesee Brewery... The Genesee beer is a long time staple.
Oh, yeah.
Here in Rochester. So, like, even kids, like, recently, the younger kids have been buying a lot of Genesee beer. You know, because it's, cheaper, and it's a big support local thing went, like, a year ago. Remember that? And they were just buying, and they love the Genesee. It's not a bad beer.
No, it's not.
What I mean?
When I stock my fridge with just... a light beer.
Yeah.
Just, a cheap light beer. It's always Jenny Light or regular Jenny.
Yeah.
But
same here. And, like, it's local, so you're supporting local,
Yep.
And it's comparable to, if you drink the Budweiser.
I think it's better than than Coors and Meg
Coors and
stuff like that, Blue and all that stuff.
So I remember growing up, my dad, my uncles, all the adults back then, always drinking Genesee. It was Genesee beer.
Yep.
So it's pretty cool It's cool to have that in Rochester and just knowing that it's the oldest brewery.
Yep.
And there's a lot of breweries coming up.
Oh, they're literally everywhere.
Now in the Rochester area and in the suburbs.
They're building one here in Henrietta.
Are they?
First one in Henrietta.
See? It was only a matter of time.
Yeah, right next to Beers of the World.
Perfect spot for it.
Yep.
Wow, that's close to here.
Minutes away.
Jesus. That's really coming to Henrietta?
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
Yeah, it'll be Henrietta's first brewery.
That'll be cool.
And I promise you by this time next year, there'll be 10 in Henrietta.
There's a lot of vacant spots.
Yeah. And
they're filling up quick.
Yeah.
But that'll be sweet.
Yeah.
But Three Heads is amazing, though.
Yeah.
I'm glad that that's number 2.
Yeah.
That will slowly... It's going to become number 1. It's just a matter of time.
I hope they take over. All right, so another cool fact another cool event that happened here in let me just tell the story. The year was 1829. So technically, Rochester wasn't even an incorporated city yet. We were still Rochesterville at the time. A guy named Sam Patch decided that he wanted to jump off High Falls. Now everybody here from Rochester knows of High Falls. High Falls is literally a waterfall that is almost dead center in the middle of Rochester.
It's kind of cool.
Stands 98 feet high from top to bottom. So it's 100. I mean, it's it's 100 feet, and it's a waterfall, and it's big. It's not just like a one of them little dinky ones. You know, like it's big. So this guy jumped off of it and lived.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, he was a daredevil at the time. However, Sam Patch, who lived from 1799 to 1829, was a famous daredevil initially known for leaping from the Passaic Falls in New Jersey, which I don't know. Later, he became known as the first known survivor of Niagara Falls.
No.
Yes. And sometime after that, he came to Rochester to jump from our 98-foot high falls on the Genesee River.
Yeah.
He did it successfully once. In his second jump, however, that secured his name in local history. He jumped November 13th, 1829. It was a Friday. His body was found in Charlotte on St. Patrick's Day of the following year.
Oh, the following year?
The following year.
Wow.
So his body wasn't discovered for, November December, January, February, March. 4 months before they actually found his body.
That's crazy.
Yeah. 8,000 people had gathered to watch his final jump. The federal census at the time record that Rochester's total population that year was 9,207.
So the whole city was there.
Literally.
Oh my God.
Save for 1,000 people.
That is so crazy.
Yeah. No work got done that day.
No.
None.
They just went to watch.
And it was a Friday. Everybody took off that day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Business was shut down.
And he went, shoo!
So
Gone.
You said that he
no more.
survived Niagara Falls.
Yes.
Which is how big?
He was the first. I don't know. I think it's 300 something feet.
Yeah, so it's like double.
Twice the size. Yeah.
Oh
so he was the first successfully recorded survivor of Niagara Falls. I don't know how he went over it Niagara, but he went over it and he survived.
Damn.
Yeah, and then I don't know what this Passaic Falls is in Jersey, but I'm assuming it's something big as well. And then he did High Falls successfully, and then he came back to try it a second time, and he died here. Wow. So the first guy to ever go over Niagara Falls and live died in Rochester.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool, though. Well, not that he died, but just
sad.
The history of it.
Yeah.
You know, you never...
I just like the fact that 8,000 people gathered to watch his final jump.
That was the best.
And there was only 9,200 people in the whole city.
Ah, that was the best fact right there.
Yeah.
That's good. So, digging through the history of Rochester, good old Rochester, I found this one for you.
Okay.
The Culver House is the oldest residential structure in Rochester.
See, now we're talking.
Yeah.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Yep.
Sweet.
Constructed in 1805, so right when Rochester was pretty much founded.
Yeah.
This house was built.
Sweet.
The house was originally located on the southwest corner of East Avenue and Culver Road. It was moved to its current location on East Boulevard and retains its springboard ballroom floor.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
There's an Oliver Street in
there?
between Culver. Yeah, right. Almost right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it runs in between University and East Ave. That's an Oliver Street.
So yes, the oldest house in Rochester
was named after me.
The Oliver House. So I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah. I'm gonna have to. I saw that, so
we gotta go see it at some point.
We have to go see
it. It's my house. You know? I'm just gonna walk in there and be like, "I'm home, baby. I'm home."
Dun, 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 dun.
They're gonna be like, "Oh, it's another guy named Oliver."
You're so right.
For fucking Christ's sake.
The joke's old, okay?
They're gonna be like, Oliver, I presume.
Right.
I'll be like, yeah.
They'll know right away.
My coat Jeeves. It'll be like the actual owner.
Yeah. Oh, man, they'll know right away.
100%.
Another Oliver's here.
Yep. There's another one?
I thought I was the only one.
Shit. All right. So my final fact here. Another daredevil came to Rochester in 1859.
Oh yeah.
Named DeLevy. He crossed High Falls on a tightrope.
Ah, I could see that.
Yeah.
I
don't know what's sketchier. Trying to just go over it.
Yeah.
Or jumping off of it. Or trying to walk across it.
Which one would you do if you had to pick one?
Well, I'd probably just jump off.
Just go for the jump?
Well, I'd fall anyways.
This is true. So just...
And I'm not trying to take that stick with me. You know what I mean?
Or hang.
Right. Like, I'm not going to... let's be honest. If I fall off the damn thing, I'm going to grab the rope, it's going to bounce, and I'm going to let go, and then I'm going to fall anyways. So if I'm going to have to go over the falls... I want to be in control of the jump.
You're just going to...
You know what I mean? I want to jump off the falls, not fall off the falls.
Yeah. I think I'm with you, because there's no way in hell, a tightrope, come on. I can't even walk normal, let alone walk on a stupid rope, you know what I mean?
Hey, man, I don't even like being on that bridge.
Yeah, I'm just going to be
across it.
But that would be cool, though, if they have actual video of both of those. You know what I mean?
I don't think...
Probably not.
No. Because it wasn't recorded.
That's true.
In the 1800s.
Yeah. Stupid.
What do you think this is? A flower show or something?
Holy shit! When I was editing that,
If you don't know what we're talking about, go back to the history show from last week and watch that.
Please do. It was great.
Oh.
Okay, so.
It'd be pretty cool if someone had a video of it from 1850.
I know, I'm such an idiot. Okay, so this one was pretty cool. So in Rochester, you are always smelling coffee. Do you smell coffee? Like sometimes when you enter Henrietta?
No.
You never do?
No.
There's like one.
Not once.
No?
No.
Dude, I swear to God, there's a spot in Henrietta where if you drive through it.
Yeah, it's right behind Quimby's. There's a coffee roaster right behind Quimby. In the same plaza as Quimby's?
No. It's East Henrietta. You know where the public market over in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, there's this spot that you just always smell coffee. The coffee beans. It's crap. You think I'm crazy, right?
I do. Yeah.
I swear, somebody watching this has smelled this coffee spot that I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm. They've probably seen videos from 1859 too, huh? If anybody else out there thinks that Henrietta smells like coffee, let us know. Because
I'm telling you, it does.
I don't think so.
Okay, so every single cup of Tim Hortons coffee sold in the United States as well as parts of Canada is roasted in Rochester.
Say that again.
Yeah, so
every single cup of Tim Hortons coffee,
right, sold in the United States, was roasted here in Rochester.
In Rochester.
In Rochester.
Every Tim Hortons.
That's what it says.
Did Tim Hortons start here?
No, in Canada, right?
I don't know.
Yeah. So it started in Canada and then it, worked its way down here.
No shit.
Yeah.
That's a lot of Tim Hortons.
That's why
a lot of coffee.
That's a lot of coffee.
You think it's all made in Henrietta?
Some of it.
You're the only one that can smell it.
Some of it is, I swear. There's definitely a roaster somewhere in Henrietta because on a cross breeze, I can smell coffee from here. I swear. Everybody's
gonna think you're nuts.
Ah, dude, I'm telling you.
They're gonna be like, when they see me, they're gonna be like, dude, you're that guy from One Drink. I'll be like, yeah. And they're gonna be like, dude, you're that coffee guy. You're gonna be like,
You know what's gonna happen?
Like, you can't smell it.
You know what's gonna happen is you're gonna be out and about this week. It's gonna happen this week.
It won't.
You're gonna be out and about, and you're gonna be rolling with the window down, and you're just gonna be like, son of a bitch. No?
Dude, I've been out and about in Henrietta every day for the last 5 years.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Still nothing.
Nothing. I do, however, there is a coffee roaster in the plaza where Quimby's used to be.
Okay.
Literally right behind Quimby's. Yeah. And they also make granola there.
Damn.
They sell the stuff at Wegmans. But there's one kind of granola that they make that's got it's like a chocolate and something else all mixed in, whatever.
Yeah.
But they roast it there, they make it there. And I used to pull up to the restaurant all the time to go to work, and it would literally smell like brownies baking in the oven. You know when your mom used to make brownies? You could just smell it throughout the whole house?
And you get
That's what the whole back of that plaza would smell like when they were making this one kind of granola. Most of the time it smelled like coffee.
Yeah, of course.
But that was the only part of Henrietta I smelled it. It was in the back parking lot of the plaza where J.B. Quimby's was. Not just driving down Jefferson Road.
Oh,
going
man.
past Home Depot going, damn, that smells like coffee. It smells good.
I cannot wait for
this. That's Tim Hortons right there, baby. Worldwide.
Oh, my God. That's so great.
Yeah.
All right, I got one more. This is just basically for me. I
thought the last one was for you.
Yeah, well... It basically was, I guess. So I golf a lot. I like it. The city was one of the first four in the United States to provide public golf facilities. So they got public courses. They got 3 public courses that anyone can go to, which I found cool. And the first course had 9 holes, was at Genesee Valley, where I go, but it was made in 1899. The third was created in 1917 for Duran Eastman Park, which is another, you can go hiking at Duran. They got the White Lady's Castle we talked about.
Yeah.
The beach. There's a lot down there too,
Yeah.
So I thought that was cool.
That is pretty cool.
That they have the public courses, which is a great deal for, And everyone loves golf now. Everyone thinks
Why it's not public anymore?
Right.
You got to pay for all of them now.
Yes.
I'm assuming they were free.
Yes.
Back then. That's what you're saying. Yeah, that's what they were free.
And so, I went to Duran a month ago, golfing. I'm inside talking to the guy. He's like, "You gonna walk or ride?" And I was like, "I'm gonna ride." He was like, "Oh, that's a good idea." I was like, "Yeah, I walked it once. It's just really hilly."
Yeah. Oh, I've been there.
It's incredibly hard. To walk.
Mm-hmm.
You know
I sent a golf cart over a cliff once.
I have too.
Yeah. It's like on is the front 9 across the street?
Not
back. By the clubhouse.
The back.
Okay, so the back 9. So it's 9 is the first one. There's that big hill you got to hit it off of.
Crash once.
That's 9.
Yeah.
I
already know.
10 goes that way.
Yeah.
11 is that little par 3.
Yep.
12 is the big one.
Yeah.
Right? It's kind of like a dog leg left.
Are you talking about
then you go
up by the
and then you go up through the woods, right? And then the tee boxes are kind of like this.
Oh yeah.
And then there's a big drop off.
Yep.
So me and Ben are at the golf course.
Yeah.
And we're like, "Yo, let's ride down these things in the golf cart."
You didn't take the path. You went down.
No, yeah. You go down the first tee box, down the second tee box, across the path, and then it's a cliff.
Yeah.
It's a cliff. It's like this.
That you didn't think was
there's big like bushes and shit too. There's not like no. We knew it was there. We just intentionally wanted to ride down it.
Yeah.
However, when we went down it the first time, I was driving. He was standing on the back, like where the golf clubs go, holding on. And I was like, I'm going to go slow over the whoops so that you don't, bounce off. So I went kind of slow and then down the big one with him on the back, and we got down to the bottom. I went up again and we're like, "Okay, you drive.
Oh, so
I'll go on the back."
Tried it again.
Well, I was driving the first time. I wanted to ride the second time. Okay. And I told him, I said, "Go slow over the things so we don't."
Yeah.
He didn't. Floored it. Went over the first one, got a little bit of air, bounced. My feet came up off the back, so I'm standing on the golf cart like this, right? I'm holding on to the 2 poles that like hold the roof on, right? My feet are on the back. So we go over the first one. It was like a dip like this, and the golf cart bounced when we hit the second one, and my hands were still attached. My feet came off, and I was holding on like Superman, dude. Watching this golf cart about to go over a cliff. So I let go.
Oh.
In midair.
Were you just
down? No. No. I hit and went like this.
Oh, you slid.
Right on my chest, dude. Legs like came up, you know what I mean? I'm just like like sliding, dude. I slid like right to the edge of the thing. I looked over. He's spinning like this. Because he got out of control on the hill. So he's spinning around. Backs into that little rope trail thing. Backs into that, knocks one of the posts out. And he was like, "Dude, my bad." And I'm up there, I'm like, "Fuck yeah."
So I have...
So that was Duran. I've been to Duran many times.
I have...
Sorry if anybody that works there.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you. The 9 hill where, 10th hole. Well, when you put the cart in neutral, you seem to go 50 miles an hour.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So me and my buddy, it's like a roller coaster.
Oh, yeah.
We're hauling ass.
Yeah.
He's like, he slams on the brake, right? So now it's, dude, this thing...
The whole cart?
Oh, yeah.
No way.
I flew out this way. He flew out that way. This thing was demolished. This golf cart demolished. I was just like, what the hell just happened? I was just in shock. We obviously didn't finish. Golf clubs everywhere. We hauled ass out of there, and the people behind us were laughing. I didn't get charged for the cart, but this thing was totaled. That golf
What happened to the cart?
I don't know, dude.
You guys just dipped?
Yeah. We just got our stuff and left. Because I was like, dude, we're doomed. This thing was just in the middle of the fairway. And then my one friend, the same hole you were talking about, he did the same thing. He put the shit in neutral, and when he got to that cliff, dude, This thing went like head over, like rumbling this way, not side.
Oh my god.
He was inside the thing, just trapped, just getting wrecked.
So you crashed off the 9th hole, that first big hill? So the very first big hill.
So don't ever put them things in neutral and go down a hill, because you fly.
Oh yeah, dude, I know. That's crazy.
So yeah, he destroyed.
I can't believe you went down that first one like that.
Oh,
I thought you were talking about the same hole that I went down.
Yeah.
Which that one's bigger.
Yeah.
The first one's bigger.
Yeah.
So we got. It was me and Ben and Teddy one time. We were coming back, and one of the golf carts died halfway up the hill.
Oh boy.
Like ran out of gas.
Yeah.
So Teddy came behind with his golf cart to try to like push the first one up, and then that one died. Well, it didn't have enough gas to push it.
Okay,
it didn't have enough juice left to push it up. So he limped that one up, and then me and Ben had to push the damn thing up that fucking hill, dude. And then, so like Teddy got behind me in the golf cart and was pushing me like back to the clubhouse. But like every time like somebody would look, he would like let off the gas, and I would just like coast
so
like a little bit, so it didn't look like he was pushing me. And hi.
That's funny.
And then he'd creep back up. He'd give me a little push, and then he'd back off a little bit, and I'd just coast.
Yeah, dude.
It was so funny.
We just wrecked those carts. And so back to the story, is this dude in the clubhouse told me that someone dies there every year walking the course.
Walking?
Yeah. Because, a lot of... And I was like, are you messing with me, dude? He goes, no, man. He's like...
A lot of heart attacks?
Yeah, elderly people.
That's crazy.
Because you're going up so...
It's hilly. It's hilly, yeah.
And I was like, dude, why would you tell me that?
Right.
That's just... It was stuck in my head the whole time.
It's just going to guarantee that you're going to spend $20 on a golf cart every single time you go there.
Every time. Yeah. I was like, a brilliant, brilliant strategy.
Yep. Don't die. Rent a cart.
Yeah. Just like that.
Guaranteed.
So, yes, those are the cool, crazy facts of our city, Rochester, New York.
Yep, for sure. And don't forget, guys, you can check us out every Monday for our history shows, Wednesdays for our full-length shows, and brand new, coming out this week, our brand new reaction videos. Yeah. Where this week we find the worst, best, worst rap group on the internet. And they're terrible.
And you comment, let us know what you think of them when the group.
For sure.
We do support local businesses, all of them. We especially want people to check out Orange Glory Cafe.
Yes, absolutely.
Great cafe.
Super cool place.
They start serving wine now.
Yeah.
So it's official.
Very nice.
Check out Three Heads Brewery, of course.
Yep.
Fantastic facility, great beer, great people.
Yep.
Awesome place. And Gods and Gladiators, Alex.
Yes.
He's Mr. Rochester, I call him.
He's the man.
He's everywhere.
Yep, he is everywhere.
But yeah, there's a long list of people we support. Can't say them all, but those are three of our favorites.
I got one shout out.
Hell yeah.
To us.
Yeah.
Hit our 600th like
did
on Facebook.
Yes, we did.
Appreciate all you guys out there for continued support.
Yeah.
Don't forget, if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button and click on the bell notification so you can be the first ones notified when all of our new episodes hit.
Yep.
But until next time, guys.
See ya.
Cheers.
Alright, hi guys, I'm Alex from Gods and Gladiators. I just wanted to give a real quick shout out to One Drink Podcast. Thank you guys for all the love and support. We've been selling a lot of art, and my friend Matt from One Drink and I collaborated to make this piece right here. And what we're doing is every time we sell a piece like this on canvas, we donate to Willow. Right now I think we're donating up to like 25%. So yeah, every time you buy one of our collaborations, we donate to local charities. So that's the Rochester chapter of Willow here. Yeah, so that's a good thing. Yeah, and I have my canvas pieces here. I have some MDF board pieces here. They're ready to hang. I got New York City. So all these mono prints are for sale. I have a bunch of them at the Rochester Public Market. You can come down there. I got the deals rolling there. Otherwise, feel free to check out my website, godsandgladiators.com. In the meantime, don't forget to watch One Drink Podcast, and thank you so much. I had love.